Ted was an idea for an animated series that I had years ago and had put aside for a number of reasons. It was a little different than this story, but the idea of the teddy bear coming to life and sticking around through the guy's adulthood was there. But in recent years, the technology has reached the point where you can really make a convincing version of that character and have it be real enough that audiences can really invest in it. Movies like Avatar and Lord of the Rings have created characters of that sort for the fantasy adventure genre, but nobody's really done it in comedy. And I thought, well, gosh, where more than a comedy is it important to have what that technology provides? Realism, believability, a convincing character that you invest in and you care about. Well, we don't really explain that. That's one of those things that we figure, doesn't really matter. It's clearly working for her in the back of that grocery store. So, I don't know. They are in a grocery store, so maybe he's employing the use of some produce is a possibility. Yeah, I suppose, but it's with every generation, comedy becomes, the bar is changed. You have to continue to surprise people. At the core, comedy is unexpected. You don't see it coming, or the jokes that are funniest are the ones you don't see coming. And as old-fashioned as that sounds, it's true. And so the more things become familiar, the more you have to kind of take that bar to the next level. And generally that means getting edgier and getting potentially more risky and it's at times offensive. If something is offensive, it also better be funny. That's sort of the rule that we have. Yeah, I feel like, in a lot of ways, I feel like Ted is kind of sweeter than what I've done in TV. I think Ted is more of, it's at the core, as racy as it is, it's still kind of a date movie. With all the racy jokes, it is kind of a sweet fairy tale of sorts. And the arc of the story was something that was much more meticulously mapped out than. Some of the episodes of TV that I've done have been carefully mapped out story-wise, but there have been plenty that have been very, very much, very, very gag-driven. And this couldn't be. The movie had to be something that was, you had to care about what was happening in the story. I grew up in the 80s, so I like to pepper the stuff that I do with references to the 80s here and there, and Airplane was a favorite, so the chance to do that little homage was kind of a treat, and it was something that we indulged ourselves a bit and put that in the movie.